that will respond to the plagues that's affecting blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians. You also have programs such as education, both adult and youth, food distribution, rehabilitation, both drug and alcohol, mentoring, counseling, and spiritual support. Remember, tune in every Monday on 91.9 FM, 7:05 p.m. Shalom.
Again, Shalom, we are the Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge under Commandant General Yana, started at the 1 West 125th Street, Harlem, New York. Right, and this is the Trinidad and Tobago branch, right? With me, you understand, it's Priest and Officer Shad. Introduce yourself to the people in Warrior.
Yeah, this is Priest and Officer Shad.
Right. And today we're in the building, we're going to discuss something that shouldn't even be a topic. Really and truly, you know. People are supposed to know the lines, and you're supposed to know what certain boundaries not to cross. Especially in the political world, in the political arena. But obviously, like some people don't have, they're uncouth now, you know, they really have the quorum now. If also, this is what we see now with our race of people on a regular basis, and this is their conduct, and when they're in power, this is what they do. So what we're going to do is we're going to draw the lines basically and show blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians what we're supposed to do. What kind of rich history and culture we come from. And we know cockroach and no pests and all these kind of garbage, you follow? All these different things that we learned to do was under the rulership of the slave master. That is what we learned from them. Those were the closest teachers to us, you understand, of recent, that we never recover from, and those are all the nasty ways. You see them as well displaying the true colors in the public, right? This is the ways of them, and of course all the child molestation, all the wickedness that are coming up, and all the drugs, all the containers, and then that black people don't have the kind of money to bring in. You follow, this is the culture of our oppressors and the people that rule in society. Is what we see, and you follow. So without further ado, this is what we're going to get into today. Without, you understand, without, even, what you call it, a little restraint. You understand, this is your political leader, once a prime minister, you understand, coming out of her own mouth and speaking about a different race. The woman had her name, when did Camille Robinson Regis even, you understand, come and disrespect you on that kind of level? And why did you feel you so free, you understand, to come and disrespect her and talk that kind of talk, right? And obviously history matters. Yes, so everybody like to say, well, that was in the past and all that, but people letting you know that there's nothing in the past. So listen to the words of the once political leader, or once, what you call it, once prime minister, the only lady prime minister.
This lady went on a platform last week, and 3 or 4 times, Kamla Sushila Prasad Bisesa. Isn't that a beautiful name? What problem you have with my name? What's wrong with my name? Yeah, Camille. At least I have a name for my ancestors. Where you got yours from? Your name is that of a slave master.
So that's to the top of your mind. For you to come out there so careful, so disrespectful, you understand? And so bold with it, so confident and laughing, and people in the background cheering you. Which means you have followers, you have supporters. So this has to be something that is common. So as I say, all skin teeth ain't no laugh, you understand? And all skin teeth ain't no nice thing. This is what we're going to see, you understand? If these people and them that lead in their what you call it, their race, you understand, or in their circle of society, and that is the head they're pushing. What do they think about the average so-called black man, Hispanic man, Native Indian man, woman, and child? Huh? You understand? We descendants from slaves. Huh? Since you know that is what the case is, let me go and bring all up to speed to who we really descend from, who we come from, so-called black man, Hispanic man, Native Indian man, and woman. Let me really bring things to speed now. Let me really get some context in what's going on here now. And here what the Lord telling me now from before. Give me the first scripture of the warrior, Bible Shah, Zephaniah 2:1. Right, all tune in and like, share, subscribe, comment, you understand? Call in the radio show. We'll take all the calls just now, but here's something. Let me get back to real culture and real roots and history. Real roots and culture. Let me bring back black people culture. Go ahead.
Zephaniah chapter 2 and verse 1.
Go ahead.
Gather yourselves together. Ye, gather together, O nation, not desired.
You hear what the Lord saying? He's saying in your records, in this book here, understand, that belong to black people. When they see the God of Israel, that your forefather last name. You understand? Jacob was turned to Israel. Leave it in Genesis. You understand? That is where you go see it. When his name turned to there, that is the God of he descendants of them. You follow? That is where we descend from. That is the God of Jacob, not the God of everybody. You understand? Kamala, them God is the one that is feed, or whoever it is they feel to worship on whenever they, which we don't really concern about. That is their business. You understand? We don't get into people's business. Me and my soldiers, we don't walk in people's house and go and find out what they have to eat and this and thing and go and touch that. We don't do them shippiness. You understand? We don't know, well, the Lord, God of Israel, he raised up the children of Israel with a certain temperament and way to move. We just, you understand, get a little bit more fortunate than the so then the average so-called black man, Hispanic man, Native Indian man, woman to get there first. But we, understand, right here to make sure we share it now. You know what I mean? Because that's what the most are about. Have you seen? He said, God yourself to get our own nation of desire. You follow? Read it again, Baba Kusha.
Zephaniah chapter 2 and verse 1.
Right, so pull your Bible and the man find the scripture that the pastor them never call. You understand? Right in the King James Bible. Read them, Baba Kusha.
Gather yourselves together.
Gather yourselves together, my children, my descendants. You understand? The God of Israel calling we back to come back together. Read on why.
Ye, gather together, O nation, not desired.
Nation is another word for race. You understand? Oh, race, my people. You understand that? Not desired. That don't have a seat on the UN. You understand? That don't get defended. That their own so-called religious leaders and political leaders do not stand for them in the ghettos, and when they're having problems and all that. We don't have no representation. We have no association. The only association, you understand, that really and truly that's standing up and operational since 1969 is the Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge under Command in General, which is proof, you understand, and thousands of people to prove it. And lives, you understand, changing because of what the word said, what the Lord said to do. You understand, which always used to work for we. And we go pull a next example of that just now in 1 Kings. Right? In fact, jump to that one time, Baba Kusha. In fact, give me the Deuteronomy 4 and 5, Baba Kusha. 4 and 5 down to 8. Like we really get some context in terms of how people used to talk before. You understand? They get them out so loose since the slave master empowered them to come and talk all that garbage on the people and TV show and all that with so much confidence because you don't believe that God have a COVID-19. You understand? Little package for you know. You understand? Or some kind of lambada or some kind of different thing. You know, you feel untouchable with a little bit of money. You understand? A little connection. So you know you feel on top of the world now. Right? But here the God of Israel trying to let people know, you understand, what used to happen before now. Before you get so bold, you understand, before we culture was taken away from us and stripped from we identity and how we used to think as our people, how we used to operate. You understand, not as some so-called derogatory term they want to play, they want to give we. You understand? So right now what we're trying to help all you to do is come back to connect back with your power, to understand where your representation and your defense come from. You understand when the Lord say, I'm going to send plagues in whatever area, you understand, from if it's COVID-19, if it's AIDS, if it's this, if it's that, you understand, like how the monkeypox right now destroying the homosexual community, you understand, that is where the rampaging too. So the Lord trying to tell you, understand, that, hey, blood go be upon you. That is not our culture, so-called black man, Hispanic man, Native Indian man. We're not supposed to mix up in that and lesbianism, same thing, woman. That know we culture. The Lord give laws, you understand, Leviticus 18, he tell you what to do, who to have sex with, who not to have sex with, you understand, what type of sex? And all them different things and we follow. That's not in we culture. That was not how we own. All them people who have no culture, that is what the thing they do. That's like they sit down and suck a snail and then worship the God after. Worship the damn shell after. You understand, like some clown. Read on, Baba Kusha.
Deuteronomy chapter 4 and verse 5.
Hear what they used to say before, you understand? Read on.
Behold, I have taught you statutes and judgments.
So the God of Israel, you understand, the God of, again, so-called black, Hispanic and Native Indian, he taught us in Deuteronomy, that is when Moses come in. Now all these books, the laws of Moses, because he gave Moses the authority now to come and teach this to the children of Israel. I send it through you because they can't deal with me, you understand? They ain't upright, you understand? They ain't really up to that standard. I looking for a man that perfect. I get past this thing down through, you understand? And you go ship up everybody in shape, don't worry yourself. Just as Commandant Juliana does, you understand? Lead the nation today, everybody had to follow suit. That's what the Lord said to do, you understand? If you want to touch the Lord say, if I had to come down to the earth, you understand, the mountain, them go melt. If I had to deal with you, you understand? So here we go, let Commandant Juliana follow what it is he said to do. That's what black, Hispanic, and Native Indians have to do on the planet today. Every single last one of we. You understand? Before Christ come back. That is the mission. And when Christ come back, you understand, how no more talking. But that time he's singing sword. You understand? Or nuclear bullets and nuclear missile come in to touch you up and may help you to understand what time of day it is. Read on, Baba Kusha.
Even as the Most High, my power, commanded me that you should do so in the land, whether you go to possess it.
Wherever you go, you understand? This is what he's telling you to do. Right? Again, law, statutes, commandments, judgment. That is what you have to follow. Because you're going to set the tone for the whole world to run right. That's the same thing that's coming back today. You understand? So that we're trying to do. Take off that stupid thing that they have on you and the color they want to paint you. And some kind of nasty, disgusting acid or whatever the case is. Take that off of you, understand, and put back on your spirit. Read on, Baba Kusha.
Verse 6, Deuteronomy chapter 4 and verse 6. Keep therefore and do them, for this is your wisdom and your understanding in the sight of the nations.
Give me that last part again, just right there. What this is here?
This is your wisdom and your understanding in the sight of the nations.
This is your moral code, you understand? This is your civil code, this is how to deal with matters, you understand? This is your ceremonial code, this is your sacrificial code. You have 5 categories of laws. He gave you the spirit behind it, you understand? This is your wisdom. Nobody understands how to run a planet. The judicial system is based on the Jews' law, you understand? That is what it is. Check it up. Look it up and see what it is you're talking about. Everything that the world operating by with regards to the court system and all that come from our wisdom. That's what the Lord trying to tell you. This is your wisdom and your understanding in the sight of the nation, because use the ruler, use the one that they're looking to see exactly how to even try to live. You understand? Use the only thing. You follow? Use the marker then. When they look at you, this is what they say, you understand? Read on Bible Kusha. Here's what they say.
Which shall hear all these statutes.
Which shall hear all these statutes. Statutes is things that the Lord said, this is what you're going to do at that time, this is what you're going to do at that time, this is what you're going to do here. Read on, and what are you going to say?
And say, surely this great nation is a wise and understanding people.
There's a cockroach. Them is cockroach.
A wise and understanding people.
The first part, what did you used to say before? What did you used to say?
A wise and understanding people.
Right before that, just a little bit before that. It's about a word that begin with G.
This great nation.
This great nation. That's what the Lord say we is. You understand? None of palms, the thing. We is the top guns. We is the shutters on the planet. We is the rulers on the planet. That's what the Lord say. The Lord put we in that position. You understand? Not a no mamsy palmsy thing and no licky, you know, no licky boy thing. The Lord put we, understand, as the rulers on the planet. We on charge. Here we say in Deuteronomy 7 and 6. Side back to that Bible Goshan, then come back to it so we can put things in perspective now. To see the kind of respect the Lord put on us now. You understand? There's no we boasting. We boasting in the Lord because that's what the Lord give we. The responsibility give we and the peps. We taking both of them. You understand that we come out today. I vex my soul on the thing to let know how fresh we just do it too. You understand? The kings of the planet. And here we're going to show that what the Lord talking about. We is the kings of the planet and what's going to happen. When you go back to Isaiah 60 just now, you're going, we gates and them going close night and day. All that talk right now, they are loose lips right now and they have too much free time on their hand. Because just now, right now, you understand, is we rocking back somewhere in about 2-3 mansion. My brother have a mansion quite on that side here. Lord allow have a mansion on the side here. You understand? We rocking here and then we gates them up right through and there's only diamonds coming. This coming. All them jewels and them and all kind of different cave, all kind of thing. That is all coming up here. And that's a regular day. That's a regular day then. You understand? That's not when you're traveling. You understand? We have people rowing boat down. If you even think to even breeze down, you understand? You might get too up in your skin. Yeah? Because we're not playing that. It's real order. And I am here in here because there's about 8 levels down on my yacht. on my big mansion down, on my big yacht on the waters. 8 levels down, I am here and you're screaming when they get upset. First thing. Help you to understand the God of Israel then. You understand? The God of Negroes. The nigger God. Excuse my French. You understand? But that's what it is. The God of Negroes. The God of Negroes, Hispanics, and Native Indians, which is always Negroes. But all of the forefather Negro, you understand? They're trying to help me. They're trying to gain me brain and trying to tell me that things certain things doesn't matter. But if that wasn't the case, you understand, she wouldn't be so free to talk about we slaves. Give me the Deuteronomy 7 and 6 Bible, because I the Lord put on we.
Deuteronomy chapter 7 and verse 6. For thou art an holy people unto the Most High thy power.
Right, the word holy means separate. Check it up, look it up. Holy means separate. The Lord separate us from everybody else. Every other nation, He give we things to them to make sure we stay separate. And we stay on top. What you say again? Read on, Bible.
The Most High thy power had chosen thee to be a special people unto Himself.
He say you special by you, not everybody else. You is not, you understand? That's why you're so bad in sports. And you're so good looking, you understand? You're so intelligent. You follow you running everybody else's society. Use the managers, use the this, use the that. You had this place afloat, you understand? With your intellect. I give you that, you understand? I give you, understand, better looks than everybody else. Everybody else is aged like dog. You understand? You just age, you understand, like you living, like you bathing in the fountain of youth. You understand that we get a black man, black Hispanic and Native Indian man. Right now we thinking so low. You understand? We had to raise that standard and that is what we're doing here. That is what we come to do. You understand? Bring it back to the top. You understand where you belong, who you is. You understand your real culture, you understand your real heritage, who you really is, your real identity. You understand? Read on Babu Kesha. Read it again, Babu Kesha. The same thing. What the Lord say is?
Alright, can. Deuteronomy chapter 7 and verse 6. For thou art an holy people unto the Most High thy power. The Most High thy power chose thee to be a special people unto Himself. Above all the people that are upon the face of the earth.
Now on the same level.
Above all the people on the face of the earth.
Now we equal them apart now.
Above all the people upon the face of the earth.
Lord say, but I make you above everybody on the face of the planet, Brian. You as the man that had to run things, your family line, you understand? That is what is responsible for all in charge around in the place, you understand? What ain't good and what good, you understand? When they taking the both of them and you're going, we taking it, we taking all the pips. We want it, you understand? It's we own. Yeah, I come in for my share, I come in for my inheritance. That's what I'm trying to tell you. You understand? So we come to point in the work, you understand? Like government, we is the government, we is the future government. The mission we on right now is to be the future rulers of the planet. Where the Lord say we go and be, you understand? In any case, He don't say that. Nobody can change that, you understand? They can't change his mind. Don't let the pastor them fool, you understand? Them Gentiles you talking about in the New Testament is when we thinking in a Gentile in a low mind state. Because He never give you that, you understand? You can't teach people a certain thing, give it to them in the beginning and say I change that. He never say He change that. And as a matter of fact, Malachi 3, I think Malachi 3 and 6 He say I in the God of Israel I change not to some sort of paraphrasing. You don't change, you understand? Wait is He setting, that wait is He set. If only you give extra 3 for a minute, He say, yeah, no people, you understand? But I gonna make your people again. I gonna make it jealous of that people is no people. You understand? I gonna use your one people, you know what I mean? Which that is we talking about when we, you understand, are separate and all kind of defending. We'll show you that is in 1 Kings 11. But we're going to 1 Kings 10. This we're going to bring out before some shippiness happened. This is how the other races them used to respect, because Queen of Sheba, as everybody like to put, but understand something, she is an African, you understand? She is not a Negro. And she understood this at that time. Hear what she coming to do in 1 Kings chapter 10. Get them there, Babu Kusha warrior.
Can.
1 Kings chapter 10, you're reading from verse 1, Babu Kusha, right?
Can.
Don't know. Help them to understand what really taking place there, you understand? This is the kind of respect people used upon we named. I want to read in Deuteronomy 4. The Lord said this is your wisdom and your understanding in the sight of the nations. When you read back that, you're going back from verse Deuteronomy chapter 4, verse 7, and hear what they used to say again. We're going right back. We're going to show you an instance where they do it later on in the Kings, you understand, in the book of the Kings, in Solomon time. And then we're going back and show you again what they used to say before, to them understand what time it is. Right now, they're out loose, you understand, because the slave master is the one that pull you from the culture, because we decide, well, we go play mad. You understand? Now, sometimes we just get a little comfortable now. So now, right now, in a comfortable season. Season is to wake up, you understand, and come back in charge, come back and take back the wheel. You understand, and come back and hold your position. For the men that want to be rulers, you understand, the Lord looking for a certain amount of rulers. You say 144,000, that's all you want. In a big number, you understand, Christian church have 1 billion people. The Muslim must have 1 billion people, you understand, all kind of people all over the place. And you make that number yet, you understand, because the Lord looking for special soldiers. Men not going to stand up, you understand, for righteousness. That ain't bending, you follow? Understand that, hey, this heritage is we own, we taking debt. Or what the son, I understand, I know we on. You can't kill we soul, you understand, you can kill we body. But then we going to live on forever, you understand, that way it is, and set it to raise up more soldiers. Don't feel like you take out none of you, why? You ain't doing nothing, you understand, you're not going to raise them up. You don't say, I reserve 7,000 men, you understand? That ain't about the meter bill, so understand something. The Lord in control of this, and you'll learn or two. And shut you down, you understand, and then embarrass you too. Don't feel like coming up here, you understand, and feel like going to come around the most high chair and you go and thing and talk forever and feel like you come up on political platform and run your mouth. You understand? The Lord might visit you with something later, you understand? A little COVID, a little something. You know what I mean? Some of the doctors them can read some kind of thing that take about 10 years to even find the solution why the hell actually take place there. You understand? That the Lord jumping it. The Lord is a monster. Don't play him. Read on Baba Kusha warrior.
1 Kings chapter 10 and verse 11.
Wait, no, verse 1.
Verse 1? Can.
Yeah, read it on from verse 1. 1 to 10.
Alright, can. 1 Kings chapter 10 and verse 1. And when the queen of Sheba heard of the frame of Solomon concerning the name of the Most High, she came to prove him with hard questions.
She come in, you understand, from far. I hear about Solomon fame, you understand? Solomon's supposed to be the baddest man in the planet, the wisest man in the planet. You understand? So let me go and prove him with question. Let me go and try him now. Let me go and see if this thing real. Right? Read on Baba Kusha.
Verse 2. And she came to Jerusalem with a very great train, with camels that bear spices and very much gold and precious stones. And when she was come to Solomon, she communed with him of all that was in her heart. Verse 3. And Solomon told her all the questions. There was not anything hid from the king, which he told her not.
Easy that, easy, because the Lord gave him there. The Lord gave him the download there one time. As Solomon moving, people thinking it's just so you feel you could buy wisdom. You feel, understand, you can sit down at a university and learn wisdom. The Lord is the man that distributing wisdom by who he want to give it to. You understand? So you like, you know, hey, I in charge of this, and let me show you how I run my program. You know what she say? The Queen of Sheba know, well, I ain't walking empty hand first thing first. You understand? I come in with real respect. Let me see what going on here, you follow, right? And I learn, you know, two eyes are rulers, so-called then. I come and shoot my thing on them, so I know I come in on a different level. We talking about upper echelon, boy. We talking about their levels. You understand? That your government is role, you understand? So when they come into command in general, and I don't come empty-handed neither. You want to question and say, don't feel like coming in here, you know what I mean? And come with no disrespect. Don't walk with your hand empty. You understand? Put them forces up inside. Spend your money. Jump your money. You want to ask question, you understand? Make sure you walk with a bottle of something expensive. You understand? That's some respect. When you come up inside here, you understand? You give honor to the Lord profits on him. You understand? That's what it is. Because he's the man that running things. You know what she say? She heard all the wisdom and all the things in them, you understand? As concerning the Lord thy God. The God of Israel, you understand? You know not to play with him. Right? Read on, Baba Kisha.
Verse 4. And when the Queen of Sheba had seen all Solomon's wisdom and the house that he had built, verse 5, and the meat of his table, and the setting of his servants, and the attendance of his ministers.
Pause right there, Baba Gosha. You understand? You're watching everything. She watching, paying attention, looking at fine details. She watching the meat on the table because you don't know everything lawful. You don't know when you eating this, you ain't getting no heart attack, you ain't getting no blood pressure, you ain't getting no diabetes, you understand? You ain't getting no hepatitis A, you understand? You ain't getting no monkeypox, you ain't getting no COVID-19 because you ain't eating bat. I understand? And what you call it? And what's the next thing? And pengaling. Eating that garbage, that garbage not on the table, you understand? Lizard and duck on them kind of thing, that not on the table, because you don't know, hey, a man who wise, you understand? A man understand that looking far down the road, looking at generations. I know I gonna set them up with a proper dietary law because the Lord don't give you that already. That is how we pumping. When you look at the table, things smelling good and right. Not a funny smelling thing you're trying to, you understand, overbear with seasoning. We don't, Baba Kusha.
And their apparels, and his cupbearers, and his ascent.
Everybody in order, everybody dignified, everybody understand on a certain level down that men don't knowing by we not know we are no grudge, we are nothing here. That not inside of here. Because everybody pumping, everybody living that certain order down, everybody functioning. They mind free, understand? Everybody mind up there, understand? Because the Lord, you still has a servant down there, then your house fixed. You ain't scraping, understand, for no mortgage and them kind of thing. There's what going on that evil society. And if at that time Solomon them having it real nice, you understand what going on here? Why it is you scraping as that people so, eh? By them on games, by, you understand? All they don't know how to run nothing. When all in charge, you understand, people are suffer. That's what the Lord say. You understand? When the righteous and authority, the people is rejoice. But when the wicked rule, the people is mourn. You understand? Real pain and the stress. That is all the culture. They have nothing out here, boy. All they not saying nothing, never was saying nothing, and she knowing nothing. When you look at the Bagwan guitar, when you look at the, you understand? The book of the dead, you look at that, you understand? And no wisdom, no nothing, no strength, no rich history, you understand? Only the God of Israel, the God of Negroes, blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians, you understand? When you look at he, you understand? You see a proper example of how to run a society, but there's nothing out here, boy. I trying to tell all everybody. And the command in general, you understand? Because the Most High in Christ, all in not saying nothing, and we is the future rulers, you understand? You're watching we in the region and feel it's just so, we coming up. You get that? You understand? The Lord raising me up real strong. If it take 10 generations to come, just know ahead. You can't fathom, you understand? Among that strength, wisdom, knowledge, understand, intellect, you understand? To overthrow this whole place. You understand? By the hand of the Lord, when he come to set it up, we ain't doing nothing. All we're doing is just following orders and coming and bringing that knowledge, you understand? Bringing men up to speed. And they can't touch it. Never. In a million years, that's what it is. We don't Baba Kisha.
By which he went up unto the house of the Most High. There was no more spirit in her.
You understand? So she had a pat down. That way it is, me no more spirit in she, understand? She had no more disrespect in her. She don't know what time it is, you understand? Kings in the building, that way it is. She had to take it down, she don't know, hey. You understand how all my questions answer. All the hard things are taught. I'm going to try to deceive Solomon with, you understand? I go find him slipping. Find him slipping. You go to Israel slip, you understand? He don't wear pajamas. You understand? You can't rock you to sleep, you can't sing no song for you, you can't shut your eyes, you understand? You can't pull nothing over your eye. You trying to like, you know what time it is, you understand? He in charge. And all the men that under he understand that operating that spirit, dog, yeah, you can't play with them. You fooling yourself, and here what you do. You follow under respect, you understand what time it is, as a ruler, as a person over land, you follow, she don't know, well, hey, I have to pardon. And this is what I have to do. Read on Baba Gisha. Look what's going on. What she have to do?
First Kings chapter 10 and verse 6. And she said to the king, it was a true report that I heard in my own land of that acts and of thy wisdom.
You understand? Read on, Babakasha. She done saying that's true. I can't deny nothing. Alright, now my mouth dropping on the ground, my flabbergasted because I'm surprised. I know all this that going on here. Read on.
1 Kings chapter 10 and verse 7. Howbeit I believed not the word until I came, and my eyes had seen it. And behold, the half was not told me. Thy wit.
He said the half wasn't told to me. You understand? I'm shocked. Right now, bewildered. You understand? I lost for words because what's going on right now is my mind explode because they never had wisdom. That's what they're telling you in Deuteronomy 4. You're trying to let you know, you understand? This is your wisdom and your understanding in the sight of the nation that will say, surely this is a great, wise, and understanding people. Jump to that, Babakusha. In fact, read on. Let me show you what somebody who understands what time of day it is. This is what it is do.
Right. 1 Kings chapter 10 and verse 7.
Read on.
Thy wisdom and prosperity exceeded the fame which I heard.
They get tap then. It exceeded, you understand? And that's what the Lord bringing me back up to then. You follow your kicks. Read on.
1 Kings chapter 10 and verse 8. Happy are thy men, happy are these thy servants, which stand continually before thee.
Yeah, because you're going to know, you understand? The people may have enough wisdom and concern, care for their own people, that you see not clear difference. Or else it would have been normal. This would have been a normal thing to see your servants happy. But because you're just stressing the people that are not on there because you're not wise, you don't understand and you follow, you don't know how to operate with people. You have no law over here, understand? So there's no guidelines and no terms of how to formulate brotherhood, sisterhood, which is love, charity, care, you understand? Patience, all of that. You're not dealing with that. So you're killing somebody watch your kind of way, and instead of you solve the people problem, you're looking at what might be the issue, you're looking to kill them. First you're duppy, first you're dotish. Like what's happening with the people that are ruling over we, you understand? But you sit down and you pull a man over on the street, you're looking to kill him. Because they have an inferiority complex, you understand? You don't know how to operate. You're that door the brain. That is the people that rule over we. So-called black man, Hispanic man, Native Indian man or woman, you have to understand what time of day it is. If all that is what you come to bring, you understand? Bring up to speed now. Tell me to understand what the reality of what really taking place out here. And what lacking out here, you understand that? From leadership. And you looking to vote. That's why we don't vote, you understand? Because we know there's nobody capable of ruling over we. The Lord don't give you a template and who to do. And nobody fit the criteria, you understand? The man that ruling over we is Commandant General Yana. You understand? And that is who need to lead over here, you understand? He not no whip over here. They get kicks. Follow instruction, they are very serious man, but that's sweet bread. But don't get kicks, don't feel like you touch him the soul. That is the most serious man in the face of the planet. And a real loving father. Don't get tapped. But all the general sentiments, fierce men down. Don't get tapped. All the men down, don't get kicks. You understand? It's not that kind of party. Read on, Babakasha.
And that share thy wisdom. 1 Kings chapter 10 and verse 9. Blessed be the Most High thy power, which delighted in thee, to set thee on the throne of Israel, because the Most High loved Israel forever. Therefore made he the king to judgment and justice.
And it's that. You say, she don't know the Lord love you forever, yo. Ever. That never change. She don't know the Lord is, the man say, hey, use the apple of my eye. You understand? I forever love all you. Don't get kicks. You know, Pastor Light all, you understand? Looking for a little crumbs on the table. But we run things down. Here's the future done. Here we're really taking place. Drop that from a Babakusha. Read across to Isaiah chapter 60 from a place, Babakusha. Help them to understand what's really taking place now. Here we're going on. Right now, you holding back this from happening. You know what I mean? Right now, you're trying to take, you understand, about 3 months vacation, yo. I'm trying to go to the Maldives or some kind of thing, you understand? And lock a whole city, Lord allow. You understand? With some of my top dog and them. We trying to go to the Maldives and say, well, the Lord trying to say, well, look Bilana Shah here, but you understand? Ilana a Kobal over here, but look Bilana Galawan over here, but you understand? Look Bilana Matkwak here, Lana Maikwa, and I'm going to get Tazo or something here, I'll get Tazo, you understand? Japan, I might give him Australia. You understand? You might say, well, take Australia down, that's yours. You understand? You look over here, you understand? Half Australia, you got that shit up with that next man here, you understand? Yeah, this man up there, he like cold, you like sun, whatever the case is there, this yours then. You look over here, 144,000 men, you follow? You're going to that different planets, you have to conquer all kind of different things. You're too small then. You're too small to thing. You know what I mean? Just putting in drive. Putting in order. You don't Babakasha.
Isaiah
60, yeah, Babakasha.
Isaiah 60 and verse 11.
Let's make sure, right? If it's not 10, it's starting from. Let's double check them scriptures. Isaiah 60. No, start from 9. 60 and verse 9. 9 to 12.
Okay. Can. Isaiah chapter 60. verse 9.
Mm-hmm.
Surely this heir shall wait for me,
Surely the isles shall wait. Go ahead, no sweat.
and the ship of Tarshish first to bring thy son from far, their silver and their gold with them.
You understand? The ships from Tarshish, I think that's Spain somewhere, you understand? So they're coming from far, they're bringing them things. The ships at Tarshish first, you understand? Where all they feel untouchable and had the most amount of this and that, and the Canary Islands with all these diamonds and all that, you understand? Surely them sons, them will come first. They had to line up quick. Early in the morning, rise up early. I want us no late sleepers and I want no late slaves then. No lazy slave, you understand? Wake up early in the morning and bring my thing. Read on, Baba Kasha.
Unto the name of the Most High thy power, and to the Holy One of Israel,
To Christ. Read on.
because he had glorified thee.
Because he had glorified the children of Israel. You understand? He make them to come back on top. You done put we up there. Deuteronomy 7 and 6, he done make me the greatest nation on the face of the planet again. And here's the future. There's the future coming here, coming to a city near you. Read on.
Verse 10. And the sons of strangers shall build up thy walls.
And the sons of strangers, you understand? Strangers, you know, nobody from quite Lavante or somewhere in Pakistan somewhere. Strangers talking about the other nations. Because we ain't strange to the Lord. He very close to we. You understand? He apply your eye. You understand? We easy street bread. Don't get kicks. Read on.
And their kings shall minister unto thee.
You understand? The Donald Trumps and the this and the Bidens and all of them. You understand? They'll come in line. And come and serve. That what minister mean. You understand? Take care of business. What does we say to do? You understand? Make sure and handle it quick. Real quick. We ain't playing. Read on.
For in my wrath I smote thee. But in my favor I have mercy on thee. Verse 11. Therefore thy gates shall be open continually. They shall not be shut day or night.
That's trying to tell it down. You understand? We park up down and just bring thing. You know, where's that you find it? You understand? Wherever you find it, bring it again. Just bring thing. That is a constant thing. He said the gates of them not going shut day or night. When you think in mind and go and stop and you feel it, you know, I go take a rest. I don't rest then. It have people on shift. You're thinking running like it's New York City, you understand? They don't sleep. Like Las Vegas, you understand? Right through. Bring them things in them. You follow right now, you're on borrowed time. All them Mercedes and all them different, we call it Rolls Royce and thing men driving and they have diamond hide up here and all of that. You understand? All that coming up here. Everything. We're going to send all that down to the deep parts of the cave of them. Under the sea, wherever it is. You follow just bring thing. The right through is thing started. Right bigger. You feel man rock and goal right now? Feel man in the bitter man certain places than a rock and goal. You didn't see goal yet. You understand? That's a normal thing. A man about 10 chain around your neck normal. And that's a everyday thing, normal. Small thing. I don't trying to get, you know what I mean? That 10 chains for this time. That this month, you understand? This is what I feel the rock. When they find other things, they have make all my finger them about 2 chain. I mean 2 ring. You understand? A big slave band. Slave band is all here. You understand? Gauntlet that and a slave band, gauntlet. All here, you understand? Different studs now. Where you find that? You understand? Where you going? My slave now find this now, but it's one of the rarest thing of them. You follow, you know what this from? You know this from the war, from 20, they call it, not from 20, from 211 down. You know what this war here? You understand? They bringing back the memories now. So you know what boy, this one there's a dread battle, you understand? The Dark Ages, in the beginning of the Dark Ages, you know, going with this, I thought it's lost Dan. Put that back inside there like Thanos Dan. Watch me now, put that thing up inside there Dan. I want to bring it right here. Real jewels right up on your arm Dan. On a regular basis, you understand? Your woman can don't love diamonds. You talking about? You understand? She's smart at everything. She real spoiled. All she knows ring and all that real rare diamonds and kind of thing. Uncut stones and thing. Like normal. You understand? That's going to be a regular day in the kingdom of heaven then. And I just on earth. You understand? We inside the talk nothing yet. Right now you don't understand the basics. Yeah, so we don't Baba Kisha.
That the men may bring unto thee the forces of the Gentiles, and that their kings may be brought.
And the son say, King, here go on. They lead all the people, them stand up here right there. You follow bring thing, yeah. Then make sure people them in line and just bring thing. I only have no that small talk, bring thing. Right, read on Baba Kisha, verse 12.
Verse 12. For the nations and the kingdom that will not serve thee shall perish.
You done?
Yea, those nations shall be utterly wasted.
Again, the next word for nations is races. These races that will not serve us, understand, would not bring the forces of the Gentiles day and night, they shall utterly perish. I heard the Lord say, understand, tell a Christian pastor to interpret and say, bring an interpretation, understand, try to settle your mind, try to lie to tell you something different. If you have no common sense, well, you go take the lie, you go buy the lie now. No problem. You understand? But yeah, we're looking for rulers then. We're looking for rulers and sisters there that step up the game and come in and try to build then. You follow? We're not nothing small then. We're trying to take over the planet. That is what the mission is. You understand? So the mission is to come back to your power. We're not cockroach. You understand? So these things, then them are talking this kind of, loose talk and all of that. Don't worry about that. That we're trying to let them know. You understand? A lot of big plans then. You understand? Giant plans with the nation and jail for so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indian man, woman. But right now, you want to open up the lines, but read, go back to Deuteronomy 4, and let's see how something to touch on the warrior. Right? So you go open up the lines, somebody calling here.
All right, go ahead.
All right, call back again. You saw the call us now. Shoot you again, man. Shoot the next call. You take any calls them. Where we are here? Voice note? Who send a voice note? Who going there? That's not easy. Who going there? No voice note? Who going there? We try to call Aisha. No sweat, right? A wise man said thing. No, that is before. Well, call in now and call. You take any calls, you taking all the calls, come to the man. They plug in a man. Let me get it. Understand what time of day it is, you understand? How the Lord trying to show you. We don't have a in the meantime. Well, call a man, feel free, call in. Take any calls.
What you trying me?
Yeah, give me the before, 1 verse 7. With 7 to 8. You understand? This is a regular thing. This is what the other races used to say. It's when they understand. You understand? They have common sense and be a slow and cautious with their speech now. Read on.
Deuteronomy chapter 4 and verse 7. For what nation is there so great who had the Most High so near unto them?
So they know they're very far. Again, strangers. That's what the Lord now saying. You understand? I don't know these people and them. They're saying, you understand? What so great nation? They have a God so close to them, you understand, and righteous as all this law. Read on Baba Kusha. Let me put on words there. Let me see it read it in the Bible and tell them where you're reading from too. Read on Baba Kusha.
Deuteronomy chapter 4 and verse 7. For what nation is there so great who had the Most High so near unto them? As the Most High our power is in all things that we call upon him for. Verse 8. And what nation is there so great that had statutes and judgments so righteous as all this law which I set before you this day?
You understand? They don't know that they haven't that done. So righteous as all this law before we go. We're reading their records. You're not seeing that? Not saying thou shalt not do this, thou shalt not do this. This is the punishment for this. This is how they settle this matter. If all of a man ox thing, everybody gets a woman fighting, everybody gets, you're not seeing that in their records. They don't have that done. Them on zero. Then right now, them on minus done. You follow them not saying nothing. You follow me? You feel me? Right, so that way it is. That way I have to plug in now. Right? Understand what time of the day it is. Right? Right, I was sort of that just now. Right? Straight. Yeah, we don't know because oh shoot, our next call there. I want you to call back this number, right? Go ahead, warrior, go ahead.
Right. Yeah,
call back this number. Go ahead.
Yeah, you can
call them.
Okay.
But call them, man. I'll buy them. I'll call you, man, right? Let me see. That is our 491. Let me see if we can hear them on the inside. I'll call them, man. You call in. The girl I'll blind man. Come through. Hopefully that's the right thing. Let me see. Night times. What's going on? Good on yourself. What's going on, Joe? Alright, solid. Good vibes. You don't know. Where you calling? Where you coming from? They big up all area now, man. They big up the people in the area. Turn up the volume, man. Let them know, hey, ICP on the lines, you understand? For the solution for blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians and calling, man. Let me big up all area now. They big up all area now, man. Where you from? Where you calling from?
Well, anyway, here, I'm not calling from over here.
Well, yeah, big up, move on the inside all here. Don't know, yeah. Bossa Blanc, you don't know. Enough respect. Love in your house, straight. Go ahead.
Yeah, man.
My reason for calling is simple, right here, nah?
Yeah, go through. Yeah, man. You listen.
All right. Concerning the disrespect that you talk about with the political leaders and them. Now, I, that man, like to be fair, and I want to adjust one thing to the nation one time. Now, I don't support people. Now, it does always have crosstalk on the both sides with the both political parties. I doesn't really enjoy them kind of petty little small thing. At the end of the day, we have a nation to run and we need to take this thing serious, right? I'm not dealing with that.
Well, here one. If I may real quick, because right now, there's one thing we get into up with now. The Lord now says something. The first scripture he bring out was Zephaniah chapter 2 and verse 1. You follow? He said, gather yourself together, O nation not desired. Nobody on the planet desires to have so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians and are gay. Nobody throughout the period of time, throughout history, never did. Look it up for yourself, you understand? Let the people understand that our government is under the ISUPK and the Commandant General Yana. That is where we had to make we forward, and that is where we're making progress.
Right.
To tell you the truth. Read on, Baba. Yeah, but go ahead.
Right. But my thing is, right, we need to check the leading cause are all these different things, right?
Correct.
Now, Ms. Camille Robinson-Ricci, she's a government minister and she's also an MP that represents constituencies, right? Now, Ms. Kamala Prasad-Bisasa has been the first female prime minister, right? Now, let me make it clear, right? I am a supporter of the UNC, but if the leader of the UNC make a statement bad, I will come out and say it plain. You're independent, you're wrong, right? But my thing with this whole situation with she and Camille is what it advice is Camille said to her that provoked the woman to make a statement. I'm not saying she right to make the statement that she makes, right? But I'm saying what is the leading cause of it? Now, Ms. Camille has to know she has to show an example to the nation. You can't come out here and say what you want, and if people bring it to your attention that I don't agree with what you say, you want to jump up and ball, well, do something now. What do you mean when you make that statement? You're opposing the woman? What you're trying to show, you're trying to pull a rank on the woman or something. What example you're setting? That's just how school children just get on and you see how they be fighting and things on the street. My thing is, you see, what I respect about the Honorable Ms. Kamala Prasad-Bisasa, she's not a rebel. If she was a verbal rebel, she would have dealt with Kamala, would deal with Camille different. You know, I have to let you know, don't bring them kind of low, like-minded behavior in the people's parliament. You're not getting paid for that. You come here to represent the country on a different level. If you say something and somebody don't agree with what you say, okay. If they tell you that don't give you the right to come out and oppose, that basically what you do there, you know. You oppose the woman there, you know. I hear the question I want to ask you before I go, because I don't want to take up too much of time. If the president, right, and the prime minister decide to make a decision to address the statement that Kamala made by saying who is slave and whatever, how you suggest they should deal with that? Tell me before I go. I want to hear it from you.
Well, first thing first, none of them equipped, you understand, the lead so-called blacks, Hispanics, Native Indians, or anybody else for that matter. Here's why.
All right.
Here's why, right? The person that they learn this system from, the colonial master, which we operate under, you understand? The Privy Council, all of that come down the line, you follow? That system is based off a system that was always oppressive. It's always to the benefit. The scriptures tell you, understand, that they, you understand, frame mischief by law. Like Psalm 94 and verse 20, you understand? They are framing the mischief to make sure there's loopholes to give them the ability to commit all different manner of crimes and evils on the face of the planet. That is why politician, the whole politician, you follow? That game that they're trying to play in, right? That they're trying to make usable, you understand, for any society does not work. You follow? So here's what I'd invite black people to do though. Black people, which mean I say black people, I mean blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians, all of these niggas, right? Excuse my French. Right? I would invite, if I may, I would invite you all, you understand, if you all really and truly want to see the benefit of a nation or want to see the world run right, I'd invite you all, understand, to measure up all your political system with the system of the Bible and where it's actually being displayed, operated, understand, and utilized is the Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge. Bring your debaters, bring your political scientists, majors, whoever it is, you understand, let us sit down at the table, right, and see what is the best solution for blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians. Let's see which one of them does work. Right, and I invite you all to do openly, bold, plain, whatever the case is. We invite those things 24/7 because we know that we have the solution. We know we have the 100% truth. We don't. I mean, go ahead, brother.
It's the first time I listen to your program and everything, and I really take it in. But when you start your program, I heard you make a statement that basically what it is you say that African people is being disrespected. I quoting what it is you said when you start your program.
Correct.
Okay, right? Now, okay, what I am saying. If you don't stop some people and tell them something, they won't have no need to answer you back. Understand what I'm saying? If you
fully agree.
If you leave people alone, they wouldn't waste time to answer you. So basically, something Camille say that upsets Ms. Bisasa. And you see, this is something people doesn't understand. Okay, when CNM attacks members of the UNC doesn't really say nothing much. And then there's plenty of people coming out and supporting. Yes, they don't like African people and all them different things that they say. But the minute you say something out of time and to make Ms. Bisasa respond, when she responds, she don't just get one or two attention. She don't get international attention. Here are the reasons for that. She does hit back hard. So I am saying to people, if the woman don't interfere with all this, don't interfere with the woman to give her a reason that to answer all of the wrong way. And I'm saying, Ms. Camille, as a leader, you cannot set an example like that.
All right, let me ask you something though. Let me ask you something. If somebody is to approach you now, and they say you're on the road rage, in a case like that, they say a very practical example, right? Road rage. and somebody come on you and cussing you, whatever the case is, what would you do now in response?
What will I do? Being the person that I am, I will tell you the honest truth. I won't take them.
Thank you very much. So why is it so hard for somebody that's supposed to be a very intelligent person and somebody that is very experienced, especially as an attorney, and know exactly how to operate in court, and you know that the grounds for court is that you cannot have misconduct in the court. You have to operate with a particular amount, you understand, of finesse, right? So that is expected of you as a professional, if I may. Right, so you know very well that if you understand the prosecutor, whoever it is, if you are defending the person or the prosecutor, whoever it is, right, you know that you will maintain a certain level of order in the court. Why don't you do it on a political platform in front of everybody where you understand you're supposed to show your maturity then, if that you are indeed equipped, if that is not your inner thought, you understand, to be so disrespectful, especially knowing how hurtful it is that we have been hurt as black people, where the sensitivity and the care and the what you call it, and the amount of decorum you're supposed to use, especially knowing the past history of slavery, when slavery is attached to rapings, molestation, whippings, lynches, all the different things they follow. We don't even have an identity. We don't understand that we are the children of Israel today. That was stripped as well from us as a people. You follow, we have a very rich history and a very rich culture. I would not defend, and I think it is very, understand, disrespectful and insensitive to even back somebody from those political platforms, because I understand a little bit more, and I thank the Lord for the mercy to understand that. So I would not, and I am not a backer of political systems. Understand something? We do not vote inside of here, understand? We don't, because we understand that is not the way to do it. You see what we're doing right now? That is the solution. Putting your hands to the wheel and doing what it is you could do. Whatever the Lord give you the capacity to do, you do it to the fullest ability. You understand? That is what we're doing here. We understand that. Not to talk about things, you understand, but do what actually works.
Yeah, get it done.
That is it. Simple as that.
But my thing is people need to be understanding on both sides. My thing is those starting, they won't get a certain response, right? So I am saying this one thing before I go. If people don't start on a certain way, don't interfere with people a certain way. And then too is human being with people emotional. People hear certain things and they take things and they just reach a point today, there's one day, I'm not allowing that.
But the thing is, I think that there's a lot of hypocrisy. Again, going back to the court. If you know how to operate within the court, why it is you don't do it on a political platform anywhere else? Where you're supposed to be the example, because Trinidad be in the court. They don't televise, you understand, most majority, especially Trinidad courts. You don't televise the court on TV.
The court would be a different thing because the judge will go put that.
Yes, but the same rules applies. If you could conduct yourself in a certain manner in the court, why would you be so loose to do it here? Because understand that is your inner thought, not because you're not rebellious with your mouth, you understand, and very outlandish with your speech. Doesn't mean, you see here going, words is one thing. You see your actions and what you do, that's showing me a character. That's showing me who you is as a person. And that's who I, you understand, look at these other races for what they do. And what they do on a regular basis and what is on their mind. The scriptures say, out of the abundance of the heart, the mouth speak. What fully inside here, that is exactly what's going to come out.
Okay, thanks. But if you don't give them a reason, they won't have no need to say.
The thing is, they don't need a reason, you understand, to have some decorum. They don't need a reason. They're supposed to be more, you understand, more seasoned than her. Camille Robinson Regis was never a prime minister. She never reached the highest levels of political aspirations in this country. She was never there. So she's supposed to be the senior and the more experienced person according to
and that's the point.
No, but the thing is what she did. Look at, she still disrespect the same people and them. You follow her today, right now. You are a supporter of her. I can't see the logic in it, but again, that is your choice. I can't vex it here. You understand? I don't know exactly what we have to do.
Provoked in a kind of way. You can't tell you what I said. If you make a statement and the woman don't agree, and she bring it to your attention, she don't agree. Do not oppose her. That is what I have a problem with. Ms. Bissassa, you're wrong to call people racist. You're wrong. I told her that already. But what I'm saying is, with Ms. Camille, if you said something and the woman disagree, that don't give you the right as a minister, somebody who the country respects, to oppose somebody who was the first female. You can't do that. What example is setting for me as a young man? What example is setting for my little brother, my little sister, my little niece? That is my point. Ms. Bissassa wrong to respond the way she responds, but can't be wrong to start the woman the way she did. That's my point.
I hear you, brother. I feel you. I understand. I hear what you're saying. You know, I don't agree. I hear what you're saying, but again, we in the Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge, again, we understand that these people are not equipped to lead. If all they have not been taught the proper way and the spirit of how to deal with people. Plus, there is no women. You follow that lead over men in that capacity. Women, there's a lot of power they could use and a lot of ways they could influence the society and certain things, but not in terms of the responsibility that comes with a leader, right? In war, you understand? You can't bring. No problem. Here, I'm going to let you go to another brother on the line, right? So, or alien man, I don't know who it is, right? But again, thanks for the call. You greatly appreciate it. Let me let the person come online, right? Don't know. All right, have a good night. Yeah, man, alien man, I don't know who it is, but good night again. The Israelite School of University of Practical Knowledge on the line. Talk to me. Where you from? Like, shout out here, man. Alien man. Oh, shucks.
Come on.
Right. Nice. I hear you. Yes, I. Talk to me.
I swear, listen, that's true. It has real fear that come out of some that it has something that I agree with you.
No problem.
You know, I keep it to myself, but I was look 3 minutes and I swear, oh gosh, but you see, you need to control that it has a certain resonance that we just deal with in the daytime, and like the other programs is tuning to a different frequency. And that one was a little they start my friend. I don't know. I want to commend you for your patience, something, but I admire, you know, the how you touch on the current issues and how you're connected to spirituality.
Most time, guys.
And that's what I was tuning for.
Most time, guys. Really appreciate it.
I just want to say, you know, have a good night and to all the brothers there.
Likewise.
Man.
I just regularly listen. I don't call you regularly.
Appreciate it. Great appreciate it. Yeah, man, no problem at all, you know. So big up. Where are you from? Big up here, man.
Sean one, right?
Big up Sawa, you understand? Well, I ain't want to talk thing, but anyway, big up Sawa. I can't give a laugh at that thing now, but big up Sawa, you don't know you're inside. Right? Understand? Right. Talk then, you don't know. Look at it, right? Have a good one, brother. Thanks again for calling in. Straight. Right. Yeah, brother, night time, so good on. Yeah, man, good night. Yeah, man, don't go. How things?
Yeah, I like the word.
Musa and Christ, man, you don't know. Likewise. Thanks for calling in, man. Yeah. Oh, good night, big up here. Where you from?
St. Joseph.
Big up St. Joseph, big on the inside, you don't know. Big them up, straight.
Yeah, we are for the program, man.
Right, I don't know.
Like better thing and that.
All right,
and something you said there which is very true, eh? With leadership. A lot of women is being leader and they think is right. But if we go to the scriptural perspective about it, leadership is men.
That's right, correct.
It's not right. It's leadership. God said he first, the man second, and then the woman third.
That's right, correct.
Right?
Correct.
So I see it, right? Now, I just want to comment on the caller before this caller here. He was saying that people saying this and saying response and all kind of thing like that. But I'm going to tell you something. You have a responsibility. And that statement was irresponsible.
Correct.
Right?
Correct. That's right.
And people in the right mind will know that, whether Indo-African, Chinese, they will know that.
Correct.
Right?
Right.
And there are people that call to defend that. You understand me?
Correct.
That is MPD. You know what's MPD?
Tell me.
Narcissist personality disorder.
Your boy call a big carry right. Narcissist personality disorder. Oh shoot. Tell them, man, let them know, hey, if people understand what's going on with a narcissist mind, you follow your call a big carry, but I'm telling you, big ups.
Well, that is the kind of head the opposition leader pushing.
That is it. Correct is right.
Have people following sheep.
Exactly.
Right. They know it wrong, you know, but they're defending it.
Of course, 400. Anyway,
I have much to say, but we're going to take it step by step.
Right, that is that, right? Again, thanks for the call, man. We had to let you go a little bit. You're going to close up there now, but again, so thanks again for tuning in. Big up Oleg, big up every area, you understand where they're coming from. Oleg, go ahead and share the live, continue, right? And you go plug in again next week, Lord allow. All right, so have a good night. Don't know, straight. All right, we want to invite you all again. Call the number 290-5173. Any questions, any concerns, need counseling, need situation handling your community, whatever the case is, give you a call, give you a shout, you understand? And we want to also invite you all to tune in to Blackwatch. That is on YouTube and on Facebook, you understand? You go into isupk.com, you understand? Or Blackwatch on YouTube and Facebook. 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time every Monday, you understand? Monday, Wednesday, Saturday, all right? And with that, thanks again for tuning in. Shalom, you better close out. Anything you want to say? Real quick, we have a couple seconds. They don't know, right? They don't know. Big up Officer Shah again in the building, right? Big up Duke, know what I mean? And everybody in the station, right? Only reach them safe. Have a good night. You don't know. Shalom.